is what happened in 1979, which is I went to Fleetwood Mac and said, Fleetwood Mac, I want to do a solo record. I knew this would go over great, and so I said, but listen, I'm never going to break up Fleetwood Mac, and I promise you that. And they just looked at me, just like, and I said, really? The reason is because I have all these songs, and you guys tease me all the time. Whenever we're recording, you walk past, and I'm sitting at the piano, and you're like, oh my God, she's writing another song. And I'm like, a little of the wind of my sails is like blown away. And I said, so, for this reason and this reason only, I have no interest in being a solo artist. What I want to do is just get some of these songs out. Otherwise, they go into the dark, gothic trunk of love songs, which lives at my house, and I carry around from house to house. So anyway, they said, okay. I know, I was just like blown away myself. And I said, all right, well, see ya, gotta go. And so off I went to New York, to Atlantic Records, which is where I wanted to be. And so I got a record deal there, but I first of all asked the president of Atlantic, whose name was Doug Morris, I said, so Doug, and I've only known Doug for like 3 days. I said, so Doug, you think there's any way I could get into Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? He says, no. I said, what about the producer of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? Because, could I meet him? And he goes, yeah, I know him, I can set that up. So he did, and I went out and had dinner with Jimmy Iovine, who produced all Tom's records at that time. So I had a nice dinner with Jimmy, and I told him I want to make a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers girl record. And he said, well, great, because I know how to do that. I said, well, okay. So we all went back to Los Angeles, because he had a house there, even though he was from New York, and I lived in Los Angeles. So we all went back there, and 10 days later, I moved in with Jimmy. So our relationship moved fast. Relationships in those days moved very fast. Just, who, did I hear somebody say, yeah? I know. Okay, you did it too. So anyway, so now we were boyfriend and girlfriend. He was finishing Tom's record, and the problem with that was that I really actually moved into his house. Even though I had a house, I actually moved into his house. And because it was in the valley, it was way too far from my house. So he didn't want Tom to know about me because he knew that Tom's reaction to that, since Tom didn't know me and love me, he would hate me. So he said, so you have to stay downstairs when Tom comes over. So I said, okay, downstairs in the basement. Yes, downstairs in the basement. And be quiet while you're down there. Don't make any noise. And I said, okay. I knew these meetings were going to be 15 minutes, right? So I said, okay, I've got lots of things to do. I'm working on Belladonna, so it's fine. So when Tom was there, they would be completely discussing the music world and Tom's record and life, and I'd be sitting right down the stairs. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's not good. Yeah, I do that too. Okay, that's good. And I'm thinking, don't start talking out loud because you talk to yourself. So if you're going to talk to yourself in a whisper. Or Tom's going to hear you answering his questions from down in the basement. So anyway, he finally finished Tom's record, and I went into the studio with Jimmy to make Belladonna. And Belladonna was a very well thought out record, and myself and my friend Sharon and our other friend Lori, we worked really hard on the songs. We rehearsed every single night. Even when Jimmy wasn't there, we sat with Ben Mott from the Heartbreakers, and we sang the songs over and over and over until we sang them enough that they were like had been written 20 years before. So when we went in, it took only 3 months from start to finish, which was not that much time, and that's what I wanted, a good, clean record that was done quickly. The record company would be happy. So anyway, we finished it, and I was like all thrilled, we're done. And Jimmy comes to me and says, we have a problem. And I said, and I'm going like, what kind of a problem could this be? This is me in a relationship. What? And he goes, well, we don't have a single. Or I think he might have said, you don't have a single. And I said, well, why didn't you tell me that like 3 weeks ago? And he said, because I thought that maybe something might come to the you know, like a horse race. Something might rise up and become the single, but it didn't. This is the reason why I released it, right? And I'm like, okay, well then, now what do we do? He says, well, I have a plan. I said, okay, better be a good one. He said, Tom Petty, you know, the band you'd like to be in? I said, yes. He said, well, that guy has a song for you that he's willing to let you have, and also he's willing to sing it with you. It's already recorded. It was going to go on his record. He decided not to put it on his record, and you can have it. And I'm like, yes! Thank you, God! But then the snotty, smart-aleck part of me, which you've already seen, says, well, I have to hear the song first. And Jimmy Iovine, who's from the streets of New York, says, no, you don't. You just have to be there tomorrow at 4:30 at the studio. And even if you don't like it, you like it. So I knew that was not an arguable thing. So anyway, I went into the studio. The song was already done, basically. So all we really did was take Tom off the verses, put me on the verses, we put some harmonies on the choruses, and there we had it. And that little song kicked us straight to number 3, and then to number 1, and then into the stratosphere of solo work. So we'd like to play that song for you right now. It's called Stop Dragging My Heart Around.